Enshrouded Update 7, The Wake of the Water, has just been released and is undoubtedly the biggest update to date, bringing with it a whole new biome, water physics, coffee, and so much more, in my opinion, that it sets the foundation for a lot more to come when 1.0 releases next year. So today, we're going to go through everything new that I've found. Now, it is going to be quite a long one, because I want to talk about all the different items that we have found as well. But to help with this, I will add timestamps below so that you can jump through the video as you see fit. Anyway, let's get started. Now, first and foremost, the update brings with it the Vale Water Basin, a new biome that's located between Blackmire and the Albaneve summits. You'll find the entrance to the east of the Albaneve summits, and to be fair, it's pretty accessible from all sides. I was very lucky because I have a base just above the Nomad Highlands, so I was able to just dive straight in. But you shouldn't have any issues trying to find the entrance. Now, make sure you have packed your highest level gear for this, because this is a high level area, and you'll be fighting fierce new enemies, such as the Drak, of which there are 5 different variants available at the moment. The leader of the tribes are the High Drak Dal. We then have the Brute Draks, the Mage Draks, Ranged Draks, and also the Melee Draks as well. Alongside them, you'll also find a new water lizard, crabs, and flying critters, and the biome is obviously filled with enemies that we're already well aware of, such as the skeletons, the fel, the scavengers as well. So anyway, let's go over the resources that they've brought to the game. Now, first and foremost, there's the Shell Limestone. There's gold coins and gold ore, which can also be smelted into ingots and ground into dust. There's silver dust, obsidian dust, pearls, mother of pearl, tropical wood, bamboo, aquamarine dust as well, fish bones, fish teeth, pink mushroom meat, drak blood, teeth, claws, and scales, as well as water reptile hide. And you'll also be able to collect Vale Water Basin sand, rubble, underwater luminous growth, daylilies, passion flowers, which I should mention are only available at night, as well as gleamroot, which is also a night-based plant as well. Honestly, the amount of additions is astounding, so if I do fail to mention everything, please do let me know what I've missed in the comments below. Now, along with the new resources, we also have new foods, which include rice, coconut, various fish, taro root, coffee beans, ginger, fish cutlets, fish fillets, algae buds, bananas, plantain, and shiitake mushrooms. And on top of that, these of course all produce different foods as well, which includes things like fish chowder, grilled fish, and coconut rice, sushi, taro root curry, algae salad, egg fried rice, mushroom spatzel, candied ginger, honey baked banana, coconut smoothie, ginger tea, crab cakes, cooked crab, grilled algae buds, as well as roasted shiitake, cooked rice, and coconut milk. Not to mention the 3 coffees, which you can find as well. They're linked behind a quest, but you'll be able to find the recipe for the sweet mocha, latte, and black coffee. So to say there's a lot is a bit of an understatement, and don't worry, we will be going over the best foods for various builds at a later date as well. Now, of course, to catch all of the fish that we'll be eating, we're going to need to use bait, and now you can find various insects and invertebrates around each of the biomes. So, for example, there's the frogs in the Vale Water Basin, but you'll also find the grasshoppers in the Nomad Highlands. There's the pillbugs in the Albaneve summits and scarabs in the Kindle wastes, and each biome has something. But don't worry, the new fisherman will teach you how to use these, and can be used with various fishing rods to farm up to 13 different types of fish, ranging from common to epic rarity for the time being. But in order for us to cook or even produce the food, we're going to need to access some new tools, which they've added to the game as well. So firstly, there's the improved mill, there's the seafood grill, coffee brewer, and roaster. And one of the biggest changes to the game is the implementation of power, which comes in the form of windmills or water wheels. Currently, these only power the mill when in close proximity to it, but it does add, in my opinion, the foundation to a lot more to come when it comes to machinery when 1.0 hits next year. Now, the water mill needs running water to run, which also brings a game-changing addition: water, and with it water physics. You'll now be able to dispense water in your bases, fish in ponds, or dive deep into the lakes of the Vale Water Basin. Thankfully, new foods and diving equipment are available so that you can explore the depths for a little longer, giving you various bonuses, whether that's to the amount of oxygen you have or the amount of endurance when swimming underwater. Now, with these changes, you will be using the new pump and watering cans to collect water from wells, which can then be stored and used at a later date. Now, if you want help finding all these tool locations, make sure to subscribe, as I will be covering that in the next few videos. Now, when it comes to base building, we also have 10 new base building blocks. There's the red carpet block, the shell limestone block, castle block, drac temple block, bamboo block, half timbered shell limestone block, the palm leaf roof, the drac temple roof, the castle roof block, and finally the shell limestone roof block, which I don't actually have because I got angry with the little chest because I needed a lockpick and I didn't have one, so I smashed it. Now, we also have tons of new build pieces, from coloured lights and bamboo furniture to stone arch blocks. And with the new foods, we also have access to obviously different plants that we can farm. And it's even easier to see the plant's progress now, thanks to the watering can showing plant stats. And we also have the ability to tame capybaras for their bushy tails, or bristles, I think they call them. Now, our base can also be upgraded to a level 9 flame altar, giving us access to more of the enshrouded areas, which you'll find in the Vale Water Basin. And with the world being a higher level, you'll also be pleased to hear that the player level cap is now level 45, and with it, skills have been given a little bit of an update, which I'll cover in a future video too. And on top of that, there have been various rebalances, such as with the health regen, which they mentioned in their previous videos. Now, thankfully, we can now use weapons up to level 50, with greatswords being added for melee players, golden steel arrows for rangers, and mages having access to new eternal spells, and also early game firebolts. And we also have access to some new gems, which can now be upgraded to level 50. And whilst on the subject of gear, there's also new armor sets, with 2 from the smith, the alchemist, and ranger. And you can now produce previously found weapons at the various craftsmen, which is actually really useful because chests will no longer respawn when you log out of the game. That being said, you'll occasionally find 2 items instead of 1 when opening chests, and you'll be able to revisit them after a few hours to try your luck again. And don't worry, I fully intend to do a new loot farm guide, but that will have to wait for another day, as I think that's about everything covered in today's video. Again, if I have missed anything, please do let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. But until next time, as always, ciao for now.